Shall we drown them? Yes? I'm listening. Very well. Best wishes. If that's what you want. Time for a swim? Yes. All right. You've been naughty. Let's go. Gotta cool off. Of course. Orders from me. Yes. Time for a swim. Tropical attack. If that's what you want. Yes. Best wishes. Sweet dreams. All right. Yes. Very well. I'm listening. Let's go. Yes. Best wishes. Orders from me? Of course. Gotta cool off. Time for a swim?
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla Emblem Clear video for Fire Emblem Heroes, and today we're taking on the Firelight Leader Lilina in her very own Legendary Hero Battle on Abyssal difficulty. So Lilina has her legendary version in the game, and we've gone over it at length in the reveal reaction video, but just to recap, Lilina herself is essentially a cavalry AoE special chaining nuker. So she is Gifted Magic, her own exclusive AoE special, and Gifted Magic paired with Studied Foreblaze means that she's going to have an insta-charge on turn 1, and every time she attacks, she is going to be able to charge back her Gifted Magic so that she's ready to proc it on every initiation. So it's a very deadly combination, comes with Attack Res Solo 4, as well as Sabotage Res 3, Pulse Smoke 3, and Death Blow 3, just for added measure on Abyssal, just to make sure she does even more damage. So naturally, we want to avoid tanking that hit at all costs if possible, because she is going to do a heck of a lot of damage. The map layout itself has some nice callbacks to Legendary Hector's map. It's similarly laid out, where you have 2 staircases on the sides as well as 1 scaffolding up in the middle, which allows you to basically funnel the enemy on either the left or the right side, provided that they aren't flyers. There is the added detriment of these walls here because they do get in the way when you're trying to maneuver and situate your team in order to best take on the oncoming forces. And there are a lot of reinforcements, as every Abyssal Legendary / Mythic Hero map has, so expect many waves of enemies to come marching down those stairs right at you and appear right next to you as well. Paired with Lilina is this blue mage with Thoron Plus, has Fury 3, Special Spiral 3, and Times Pulse 3. You got the green mage over here with Life and Death 3. Got Dull Range, Times Pulse, and Swift Sparrow 2. You got Axe Knight over here with a Wary Fighter. You got Sword Knight with Odd Follow-Up 3, as well as Guard Sword Plus. And you've got the Cleric over here on the side as support with Panic Plus, also has Wrathful Staff, so she is going to be doing some decent damage, and Savage Blow, as well as Res Ploy. I did find it kind of interesting that the way that the enemy is situated, it does feel as though the armors are up front, the cavalry is in the back, shooting from range, so it feels like a bona fide kind of attack formation from the enemy forces as a whole. One very logical engagement point at the start is right over here. So if you're able to take out the Axe Knight, and obviously the Axe Knight does have Wary Fighter, but if you're able to nullify that with a guaranteed follow-up attack skill of some kind, you can take out the Axe Knight and then reposition back so that you have a unit that's sitting in the range of Lilina and the Blue Mage. If you have a particularly tanky, well-rezzed blue unit, you may be able to tank them there, put them there, and be able to tank both of these units and take them out all on turn 1. So that's a great opportunity if you are using that type of a character. But the only blue that we have on Camilla Emblem is, of course, Summer Camilla, and she's not particularly tanky in any capacity, and is definitely more player phase oriented. So let's take a look at the Camilla team that we brought with us today. We've got Vanilla Camilla here, merged at +10, has 10 Dragon Flowers, Summoner Support, Speed Asset, has her native Camilla's Axe with Special Refine, Reposition, Ether for the Special, Distant Counter for the A slot, Guard Bearing 3 for the B slot, Hone Flyers for the C slot, and the all-new Mystic Boost 3 for the Seal definitely came in handy here. Next, we've got Tropical Beauty Camilla, merged at +10 with 5 Dragon Flowers, has an attack asset, has Blarfox Plus, Reposition, Draconic Aura, Swift Sparrow 3 for the A slot, and Swift Sparrow 2 for the Seal, Flyer Formation 3 for the B slot, and Goad Flyers for the C slot. We have Holiday Traveler Camilla, merged at +10 with 5 Dragon Flowers, has a Speed Asset, has Ninja Katana Plus, Reposition, Gale Force, Sturdy Impact for the A slot, Axe Breaker 3 for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C, and Attack Defense Bond 3 for the Seal. Sort of an odd combination. We had to make a couple of adjustments here to guarantee some double ups, guarantee some kills, and also guarantee that she had certain stats and certain engagements to be able to either survive following or later engagements or do enough damage. And finally, we have Light of Nor Camilla, merged at +10, 10 Dragon Flowers, Summoner Support, Attack Asset, has Pain Plus with Dazzling Refine, Rescue Plus, Miracle, Attack Speed Push 4, Wrathful Staff 3, Savage Blow 3, Savage Blow 3. So a total of Savage Blow 6 with the C and Seal here. So as you can see, I did want to take advantage of the choke points where the enemy forces are coming and funneling in, by giving Brave Camilla a chip damage build, essentially. So she'll just basically do 24 raw damage to any surrounding enemies from her attack point. So speaking of which, first things first, we want to funnel all of the enemies that we want on the left-hand side. And in order to do that, we're just going to situate ourselves here and reposition over on the left-hand side to make sure that the mages end up funneling and moving over to the left, like so. You've got a couple more reinforcements. For example, this Sword Knight over here has spawned next to the Axe Knight, and of course has Armor March. So be wary of that, just because now they have enhanced movement on the following turn. You have this Lance Knight over here that spawned with Slaying Spear Plus, and more notably, Lunge. So whenever there are Lunge characters, you just want to be wary of that, because they can pull you into enemy fire when you least expect it. When you feel like you're all safe and tanky outside of the danger zone, they can pull you in where you might be weakest. And then we have this Axe Flyer. She has Brave Axe Plus, Fury, as well as Aerobatics, so some potential movement shenanigans in the future. So like I said, with Brave Camilla, that's where we're going to start. We're actually going to go ahead and attack the Sword Knight, and that is going to provide some nice healthy chip damage to all of the surrounding enemies, which is perfect. And the surrounding enemies are configured in such a way and have colors in such a way that Vanilla Camilla should have no real problem tanking them all. So that's what we're going to do. We're actually first going to just shift up to make sure that we're giving Summer Camilla the Hone Flyers buff for the following turn. Just going to shift down and then reposition back. We do want to be in a square formation just to give Vanilla Camilla all of the Goad Flyers buffs that she needs to take on this onslaught. And here you're also going to see the power, of course, of the Mystic Boost Seal. She's going to heal back a pretty healthy amount by the end of this. After every single engagement, that 6 HP does add up, and then also with the Ether proc. So she's looking very, very healthy despite tanking a lot of overall damage. So Lilina herself has not yet moved, but we do have another wave of reinforcements to deal with. So this red Fafnir has sort of appeared behind us to ambush us a little bit. She comes with Water Breath Plus, Noontime, Swift Stance 2, has Sudden Panic, as well as Attack Speed Rain 3, and Iote Shield to prevent any flyer effective damage. You have this Sword Cavalier that appeared up here, Armor Smasher Plus, as well as Gale Force. You got Heavy Blade 3, Lull Attack Defense, and Res Smoke 3, so a pretty formidable overall kit that he's got going. And you have a Troubadour that spawned all the way back up here. She has Flash Plus, Recover, Windfire Bomb Plus, also has Fortress Res 3, so she does have 54 Res, which will also come in handy for her when she's trying to initiate Sabotage Attack 3. She also has Hone Cavalry, as well as Phantom Res 3. So Hone Cavalry is certainly going to come in handy when trying to buff Lilina herself. It is important to note that the Troubadour does not have Wrathful Staff, so the Troubadour herself is not actually going to be doing a lot of damage, just the flash effect is going to prevent you from doing any counterattacks on that turn. So the biggest immediate threats on this turn, of course, are the armors around us, as well as the Fafnir, so we want to take them out right quick. And we can accomplish this by using New Year's Camilla to engage on the Axe Knight. And this is why we had Axebreaker, to be able to quad, take out the Axe Knight, and then Gale Force at the end of it. And then we want to use the power of Summer Camilla to take out the red Fafnir here. She's all supercharged and is able to take her out in one turn, which is perfect. And now we're going to actually leave New Year's Camilla here to take on the Sword Knight. She's tanky enough to be able to sustain that. We just want to maintain formation for the following turn. That is important. And we're just going to get in T formation here while also taking out the Sword Knight up here with Brave Camilla. Now we're not going to get any advantage with the chip damage there, but that's okay. She still does a good lot of raw damage, even just with the Pain Plus. So as I said, New Year's Camilla is going to tank that hit. We've got a whole new wave of reinforcements. Lilina has finally come out of her bunker and is ready to start attacking, and she is certainly a very, very scary threat. Also spawned Blue Flyer, Blarfox Plus, Swift Sparrow, Mystic Boost 3, and Speed Res Rain 3, so some pretty nice skills on her. And we also have this Blue Mage that spawned on the left-hand side, Blarblade Plus, Draconic Aura, has Close Defense 3, Lance Breaker, Even Speed Wave, and Close Defense 3 as well. So very, very tanky in the context of meleeing this mage who can't fight back. So it's an interesting combination. But yeah, Lilina is making her approach. We don't really have the capacity to tank the attack that she does. Vanilla Camilla technically can with Guard Bearing, if all things are perfect, but you just can't rely on that. So on this turn, we want to avoid Lilina while also letting her approach, and also just whittling away the forces, the immediate threats that are around us. So first things first, we want to actually use Flyer Formation with Summer Camilla to come up here and take out the Blue Mage. Just snipe them out. Use the Draconic Aura to our advantage. And now we just want to, again, we want to let the enemy overextend and approach. So we're just going to sit back in the corner, actually. We're going to reposition to keep Summer Camilla safe. Now, Vanilla Camilla is in the range of the Sword Cavalier. But, of course, like I said, Vanilla Camilla does have Guard Bearing, so she is going to be able to take reduced damage from that. And we just want to get away from this Sword Knight, because New Year's Camilla is not able to really take him out on this next turn. So Vanilla Camilla is going to tank that just fine. She's going to proc an Ether as well as the Mystic Boost and heal back a whole lot, which is great. And then Lilina, being confused, is going to shift back and forth. She's now moving over to the left-hand side to engage us, which is just what we want, because we're going to use that Ninja Camilla with Vanilla Camilla as an assist to launch her forward and sneak past the Cavalier to take out Lilina on this turn. So we're going to player phase her and proc the Gale Force in the process and take her out right quick. Just like a ninja, right? And the other two immediate threats, of course, are the Sword Cavalier and the Sword Knight, so we're going to just take them out easy peasy with Summer Camilla and Brave Camilla as well. And now we're just going to fall back a little bit with New Year's Camilla, now that she has a refresh, to get out of the danger zone. Now, she is going to be in the range of the Troubadour, so she is going to take a hit from the Troubadour, but remember, the Troubadour does not have Wrathful Staff, so they're not going to do a lot of damage, but almost enough to kill, so we barely make it through that. We're also going to get hit with a Savage Blow, as you can see. And now we have no more reinforcements. Lilina is gone, and now we can pick off the remaining enemies. So we're going to use New Year's Camilla to take out the Troubadour here. Again, activate Gale Force in the process, and then we're going to sit her back just out of the range of any danger. Now, these units are actually surprisingly tanky. I mean, you got the 48 res on the Cleric, and then you got the Blue Flyer here with the Rain skill. So we're just going to sit pretty by using Rescue Plus on Summer Camilla to fall back a little bit. And we're going to have both Vanilla and Summer Camilla in the range to enemy phase, or tank, the oncoming attacks. And that's fine. They can do that just fine. Vanilla Camilla will retaliate, of course. The Axe Flyer is going to make her approach, and now we are perfectly positioned to seal the victory. So, we're going to use Summer Camilla to take out the Blue Flyer, we're going to use Vanilla Camilla to take out the Cleric, and then finally, last but not least, we're going to be using New Year's Camilla to take out the Axe Flyer here. So that's it. That's the strategy that I employed with Camilla Emblem to clear Lilina, Firelight Leader, in her very own Legendary Hero Battle on Abyssal difficulty. Let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up using to clear this Abyssal level map. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really, really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. And until next time, let's protect those skies.